Hello guys, Matthew here and welcome back again to the TechTech YouTube channel. Although the new AMD Zen platform is right around the corner, motherboard manufacturers are persistent in a way that they from time to time introduce a new model which brings in some new technologies and fresh air into the AM3 Plus socket, which has together with its predecessors been here for a really long time. One example of that model today stands in front of us, and that's the ASRock 970A-G 3.1 model. The sole name of the model, except that this is a 970 based chipset motherboard, indicates that we have USB 3.1 support, which comes in as one of the leading features of this model. Turning the product box onto the other side, you'll find a more detailed overview of features, like the fact that through its 8+2 phase power design, also supports 220W CPUs, like the FX9590, implementation of M.2 slot, together with a picture of the motherboard itself and a list of its technical specifications. Opening up the box in the bundle, you'll get your classic back I/O shield, two SATA cables, a screw for the M.2 module, and of course the user manual and optical disc with drivers and software. And here we have the motherboard itself. Design of this model goes a bit outside of the usual scope when it comes to plain models of the ASRock's AMD motherboard portfolio, and that's because it has a black and red color scheme, which actually reminds me a bit of their Fatality series. Bottom line, it looks pretty good, it's hard to miss with this combination. Layout wise, in the spotlight we have the north and south bridges passive heatsinks, as well as another heatsink for the power design, which is actually all placed on the left side of the socket. Opposite of that, on their usual place, we have 4 DDR3 RAM slots, capable of taking in a total of 64GB of capacity. For the PCI Express slots, we have 2 main ones, colored in red and in full X16 physical length, but with X16 and X4 electrical 2.0 configuration, supporting only AMD's Crossfire. For the other slots, you can see 2 2.0 X1 slots and 1 old school PCI slot. Placed between the PCI Express slots, we have 1 M.2 slot supporting modules up to 110mm in length and capable of 20GB per second bandwidth over the PCI Express X4 lane from the second PCI Express X16 slot. If you plan to have a Crossfire configuration, you won't be able to use it as there will be no bandwidth left. Basically, in that case, the M.2 slot is automatically disabled once the second PCI Express X16 slot is occupied. In regards of the other storage options, this model has 6 SATA 3 ports. Going around the motherboard, you will come across onto your usual set of connectors, like the 24-pin ATX and 8-pin EPS power connectors, a decent amount of fan headers, 6 in total, half of them 3-pin, half 4-pin with PWM support, other usual motherboard headers like ones for the front panel and audio, and very unusually and inconveniently placed USB 3 header. Last but not the least, left bottom side of the motherboard is reserved for the audio circuitry, which brings 7.1 channel audio using the Realtek's ALC1150 codec and upgraded audio components like the ELNA caps. Of course, PCB shielding is a must here, and beside it, the whole audio circuitry is also covered with a cool looking shell on top of it, and it actually continues upwards over the I/O panel. Here on the back you will find a pretty usual set of ports like PS2 for the keyboard and mouse, audio inputs and outputs, 4 USB 2 and 2 USB 3 ports, USB 3.1 Type A and Type C ports being a highlight out of this bunch. All in all, this is a pretty well-rounded model which will set you back for around $90 to $100. That's it guys for this time. Thank you once again for checking out our unboxing and preview of the ASRock 970A-G 3.1 motherboard. Feel free to give us a thumbs up if you like this video, leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course, if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to our TechTech YouTube channel, or you can just check out our other videos from before.